Well, greetings and welcome to Uncensored Guyana. Well, Guyana is officially, I wouldn't say it's becoming, I would say it's officially a banana republic. Welcome to the Banana Republic of Guyana. Welcome to the Banana Republic of Guyana. 2026. And as the opposition likes to say, oh, we have all this oil money and we have to rent power ships. We don't know what is the details, what is in the details of the contract for the power ship. The Guyanese people deserves to know how their money is being spent to provide them with a temporary solution to the blackout that started under the PNC, that was caused by the PNC, that was inherited by Chedi and Barjaglio and Donald Ramotar and Irfan Ali. Guyana needs to know, Guyanese need to know where their oil money is going. As if the Guyanese discovered the oil, as if the Guyanese made the initial investment to extract the oil, as if it was the Guyanese. You wouldn't think, based on the opposition, you would not draw the conclusion that it's a favor Guyanese are receiving from ExxonMobil and all the other operators in the oil blocks. You wouldn't think so. You would think that Guyanese is doing these men a favor or these companies a favor. Where is our oil money going? We are not there to steal and to rob and to corrupt the system, to embezzle the money. We are lusting it. We are here and we are seeing how much money is coming into the treasury. But the PPP, they're not spending the money. They're just saving the money like the typical Indian, just saving the money, saving the money. But us Negroes, we Negroes want an opportunity to steal the money. We're going to spend it. We're going to have parties and bacchanals and lavish weddings. We would have celebrations for funerals. Put us there. Look what these Indians are doing. They're not spending the money. It's only infrastructure. It's only roads. It's only this. It's only that. I mean, come on, man. Throw us a party from time to time. You know, a party like every weekend. Give us some extra cash grant so we can go to all of these expensive thuggery, low-life shows from Jamaica and all these other nigger singers that come into the country and plan their vacation. And while they plan their vacation in Guyana, they are reaping thousands, tens of thousands of US dollars. And they come broke, but they leave rich. Please help us. Put us back into power. We beg you. We the Negroes from the PNC, we beg you. Welcome to Uncensored Guyana. I'm Dr. El Prasad. I may be inconsistent with the streams, the days, and I beg your forgiveness for that. I'm under some strenuous circumstances that sometimes demand my time over the scheduled time. And because of exhaustion, I can't rush. I don't like rushing things, you know. I like things to be done in order and on schedule. But so forgive me for that. Like I said, it's going to come good. Now, there are some issues that I hold close to my heart. And before I get into those issues, let me say this. The Parliament of Guyana, the Parliament of the now Banana Republic, of Guyana is meeting. And as we speak, they're in the parliament discussing whatever laws they need to pass, whatever bill they need to pass. But the only bill that the PPP, Manzunadi and the PPP, thought it best to promote, to publicize, so in as to attract, in their mind, in their genius mind, if they can headline this particular bill, they're going to get the interest of most of Guyana to tune in to the proceedings in the parliament, therein bear witness to the debate on this most important bill. Breaking news. Parliament is meeting today, 6th of June, as was scheduled, to discuss the most important bill in the lifetime of Guyana, in this modern era, in this era with so much chaos. And that bill is about benefits for ex-presidents. Benefits for a president after he retires, or after he loses an election, or after he completed his first and second term. That's the headline. That is what headline. To get Guyanese who have more pressing issues, Guyanese who don't want, who are least interested, or have zero interest in pension packages for presidents. Guyanese in every era of a Guyanese president sitting in office has faced enormous public scrutiny for the benefits that president is receiving whilst in office, accusations of corruption, accusations of enriching themselves, all of that. Every president, sadly, Chedi faced it too. He didn't deserve it, but he faced it. And every other president, Janet, they ran her out of office. They talk about Jagdion. Oh, come on, you know. What I'm saying here is that while a president is sitting as a president, Guyanese are frustrated, they question, they protest against, they frown upon the benefits the presidents get. Granger became president and he raised his salary. What make you genius think that Guyanese in general gives a fuck about what the president gets when he retires? What makes you think we are concerned about that? What makes you think so? If I should speak for common sense Guyanese, I'm going to say this to the government, the Ali government, Nandalal Ali government. We don't give a fuck. We don't give a fuck. Every position in every company, if you work and you will have used up the years according to the contract and you retire, you are entitled to benefits. You are entitled to benefits. That's the labor law. What do you think a president does? He works. He retires. He's entitled to benefit. Why the fuck that has to be an issue to discuss in public, to headline a whole parliament sitting to talk about that? You want to piss off Guyanese more? These are things you handle quietly. You handle it quietly. 2010 measures were in place. We know presidents work hard. They deserve to retire without having to stress about medical and this and that. Every country makes provision in their constitution for a leader, as long as he retires without impeachment, without any legal troubles, to get a package for the rest of his life. Every country. Why are you making this seem as if it's Guyana and it's a special thing? It's not a fucking special thing. It's not. Ministers retire and they get packages. Everybody does. Don't waste our ears and eyes with this shit. Okay? You raise everybody's salary, the president's salary should be raised. You raise everybody's benefit, the president's benefit should be raised. That's common sense. It's common sense. Granger reduced it as a direct attack on the former presidents from the PPP, because most are alive. Most are alive. So Granger did it as a personal vendetta because he had the majority of the parliament. He didn't care. His stuff wasn't affected. It's common sense. Don't debate this shit in public. We don't give a fuck. We don't care. We don't care. Handle your business in the parliament with this thing. Get it over with. You have issues, pressing issues. Most importantly, which should be on the agenda, is to make sure that no one who has a criminal past should be allowed to enter regional or national politics in Guyana. That is what you should headline, that we're going to discuss and pass a law to prevent this. That makes sense. Because your whole country could be affected if a criminal wins an election and the Constitution allows him to be president. Your entire country, look around the globe and see what is happening to countries who have criminals, convicted criminals, as their leaders. That is what should headline. We're in the parliament to discuss this. Pass a law to stop this. And if the law is passed, we can use it against the now opposition leader to extradite him out of the parliament to whatever prison is awaiting him. Secondly, what Guyanese would be happy to hear, most of the hard-working, law-abiding citizens of Guyana, they want to know that the laws are so tight that they can feel safe. They can feel protected. They don't have to worry about working hard, planning their future, putting together their financial packages for themselves and generations to come, and only to have some nigger break into their homes, kill them, and steal the little they have. They need to know that laws can be passed now, not tomorrow, today, with the possibility of having it passed 36 to 20 whatever. That anyone who is caught committing the act of robbery under arms gets life in prison without the possibility of parole. Anyone who commits murder, not in self-defense, premeditated murder during the act of a robbery or whatever the scuffle might be, that person would face capital punishment. The state is going to kill them. That is common sense legislation that will get the attention of the public. They're going to tune in They won't bother with Dr. Prasad. It's like, we can watch him later. Let's see what's happening in the parliament, because the government finally woke up and realized Guyanese prefer safety than cash grants. Guyanese prefer to know that their future is protected than to hear some package about some president, former president or ex-president. Guyanese want to hear that they can relocate, remigrate with their investment and come to a country that belongs to them and turn over that investment. Because the laws are going to make sure that nobody, if anybody, even think of robbing somebody else. With all the smart city cameras we have around the country, hopefully this is also tabled in the parliament. That by law, all the cameras throughout the country, the length and breadth of Guyana, is functioning, monitoring, and connected with AI, whatever it is, so that even if you stand and you piss somewhere you're not supposed to piss, you get a ticket. The darkest of night, the thickest of face masks, the AI or the system can scan your body, get your entire measurement in your profile, and they can say, this is the person. Pass laws to make those things permanent. That makes sense. You don't want to hear nonsense about some legislation to decriminalize marijuana, decriminalize that some kid can smoke when he's 10. We don't want to hear that shit. All right? What we want to hear, what I am advocating for, is for the People's Progressive Party Civic, the government of Irfan Ali, that continues to face abuse by the abuser-in-chief, Azruddin Mohammed. And listen, you motherfuckers. Listen, you Azruddin fucking fans. Listen to me. Don't come on my page and type a bunch of shit. Go comment on Azruddin. Don't come on my fucking page and make any comments. Go and comment. You want to tell me something? Go tell me on Azruddin's page. If he's putting you up to it, I'm telling you. Don't comment on my page. You think I like calling his name? I need to call his name so he knows I'm talking to him. There's nothing special about Azruddin Mohammed. What the fuck is special about that? It's a stupid ass name. Azruddin. It's a stupid name. So I don't like calling it. But he is public enemy number one. He is a rogue opposition leader. He's the enemy of the state of Guyana. He's pushing fire, sponsoring a lot of chaos in the country. That's why I said it's a banana republic, because nobody can deal with him. Nobody can deal with him. Even the parliament can't even meet to discuss extradition of the Azruddin Mohammed out of the parliament. Even the parliament, they're discussing. They're talking today, right? As I speak to you, they're busy doing whatever they do with your taxpayers' money. And no common sense legislation would be passed. None. Okay? So yes, I have to deal with him. I hate it, but I have to. He's the one that is bringing the chaos, so he needs to be addressed. I saw something on these media platform about a hotel in Guyana hiding cameras in the bedroom, in the rooms, in a bedroom, to spy on people. Look, my common sense tells me it's bullshit. My common sense. I know that hotel. Royal, the Chinese people. Very nice people. I know the hotel. I'm not speaking on their behalf, but I'm saying I've had experiences there. All were pleasant. All were pleasant. And trust me, when I'm in my space, I walk around naked. I can't wear clothing when I'm in my private space. If I have to worry about some hotel having some secret camera to spy on guests in case some president, in case whoever comes and so they have something on that person to blackmail the person, Chinese, seriously. Is that a supermarket to you? You mean they're worried about somebody stealing the towel? You really got to be a low life to pay that kind of money to stay at that hotel. If it's a 2-star hotel, whatever it is, you have to be really, really ghetto to book hotel stay at Royal Hotel in Guyana, Mandela Avenue, only to steal their towels or the little shampoo they give in a bottle to shower. You really got to be a fucking lowlife. So that because of their experiences, the people are stealing stuff, they put security cameras in the room to catch the people after they leave and fly out of the country. That's your reason, that's your point. Whoever made that report, I think it's a setup. I think it's a setup. I think the competitors of that hotel, whoever they are, seeing the volume of guests that hotel is getting, and they're not questioning why. Maybe it's the price, maybe it's the guest experience, maybe it's the fact that they have a buffet that you can eat how much you want. You don't have to worry about having to pack things in something to take out. Free breakfast, the meals are cheap and affordable and of a certain class and standard. They're not worried about all that. Typical competitors, hey, we got to put some dirt on this hotel, so we scare people off. And what's the best thing to do? We can't say roach in the food. We can't say, because it's a buffet, and we can't say that. Oh, people are concerned about their security because a man may go there with a side chick. And they're like, what? They're spying on people? Oh shit, maybe they have something on me. Yeah, I think it's nonsense. And the hotel should sue whoever pushed that thing and say, hey, bring the evidence. Bring the evidence, the camera, bring it. Provide footage, whatever it is, provide that. And whoever brings the camera say that they were in the hotel room and they saw it, the person should be locked up. So they planted it there to help whichever other hotel owner in Guyana that has a problem with that place. It's bad business. Damn, you people run things like politics and everything is politics. You want to steal customers, provide better services, go cheaper than the Chinese. Maintain your standards, provide safety, security. Anyway, there's some things I wanted to talk about yesterday, but I thought, let me not say that. The other news, why I'm so stressed about the parliament and the bills they're passing, is that there was a case, 2021, 2022, where three nigger thugs, attacked the victim with a cutlass and knives and whatever it is, and they hacked him to death. They hacked him to death. They chased three of them, 2 men and a woman, chased the man until he could not run further. He was exhausted. His feet just gave up on him, and he fell. And they pounced upon him with their cutlasses and hacked him to death. I remembered as a kid, if you know the name Hunt from the Anna Katrina area, I think it's the second street. He walked with a limp. He had a limp in his foot. But he was a PNC councillor turned, in the Barnum time, turned Justice of the Peace, JP. And he's the man who used to, when you have legal things, you would go to him. Lived in a high house. One of his sons was a crazy nutcase doing what they call kickboxing, the horse cart, and he's always running on the road with his head tied like a madman. If you remember, I jog your memory there. Hunt, PNC operative. His two sons, what I was told, and I saw the spot, his only two sons murdered another black man using cutlasses. And the crime is because the black man that they murdered said something about Hunt that they didn't like. They murdered him. I don't know if I was born yet, but I think it's but it's a visible story. Everybody in Katrina may know that story. And his father, their father, who was a Bornamite, strong Bornamite, who was a part of the whole massacre thing and the conspiracy to kill Indians and all, run them out of the West Coast and East Coast. Hunt, that guy. His sons didn't serve any jail time. He got them off because Barnum was around then. No crime, no jail time for murdering another black man. You understand? That picture, the story that was told to me, the fact that I can say it now, still fresh. The curse of taking an innocent life, from my observation, lived with those two men, tormented them for the rest of their life. They tried religion, Christianity, Obia, from what I heard and I can see for myself, could have seen for myself. People were scorned by their presence, knowing that they got away with a brutal murder because their father was a strong PNC. And Barnum commuted. Don't do these guys everything. I think the man they murdered was a mixed guy, black and Indian. Douglas guy, yeah. Why that is important for what I have to say? The banana republic that Guyana has become, I guess it has become that since in the PNC time, has delivered, once again, victory to murderers, killers, niggers who kill people. Victory. First, we had the victory with the one who cussed the Hindu goddess, because Hindus have no protection, right? Remember that. Bear that in mind. Hindus, I'm Hindu. The rest of you. If you are Hindu, you have no protection in Guyana. You must understand that. Ask your foreparents, ask your parents, your grandparents, what protection they had during the Barnum regime, Hoyt regime, even the Granger regime. What protection? There's a silent enemy there always targeting Hindus. They see a flag, they judge you, they say you're the devil, you deserve to die. It's still alive and fresh in Guyana. People would soon have to pretend to be a Christian just to be protected and stay alive for as long as they can, because the government of the Banana Republic would not pass common sense laws to protect Hindus the way they protect Christians. And the people who are doing most of the murdering, most of the robbery, most of the killing and the violence against innocent people in Guyana are Christians, raised in Christian homes, born in Christian families, and they serve Jesus. They're the murderers. So these three evil, demonic Satan possessed niggers that murdered a Negro for a dispute. Talking, talking. The judge gave them 32 years in prison each, to discount from 2021 to now with one time served. So it's like 28, 20 something years for murder with a cutlass. You don't know how angry, you have no idea. You have no fucking idea how angry I am. I have no idea. I'm trying to not to get too consumed with anger, but can't help it. Civilized countries, all these fucking Negroes can think about is oil money and cash grants. PNC, I'm talking about them. They're the opposition. Fuck win. All they can talk about is cash grants and oil money. But nobody seemed to be concerned about the value of a Guyanese life. A Guyanese life is valued 32 years in prison if you take it. That's the value. 32 years. And with good behavior, you pretend to be good, you apologize, you show remorse. Oh, I'm sorry, I don't know, it's the devil. They reduce the sentence. That's the value of a Guyanese life. Good citizen. 32 years. Well, I'm to the Bible. The Bible said, you take a man's life, your life should be taken. That's what the Bible says. So the laws of Guyana are Christians now. I mean, Christian people wrote it. Turn the other cheek. Somebody kill your relative, turn the other cheek and give them some years in prison so they can live free, no rent. They get free medical, free dental, free meals, free clothing. And if they do some chores around the prison, they get the stipend. So at the end of the 32 years, they may have a few $1,000s waiting for them. You get protection. That's the value. You see why a lot of niggas are committing murder? Because they realize that going to prison is better than living on the street, because on the street you gotta hustle, you gotta work. Prison you don't. Free meal, free asses, bugger all day, suck dicks all day. That's what you get. Why not kill somebody? And instead of going in and out, just kill somebody. You can get 32 years. That's my problem. My problem is having a majority parliament of 36 member majority. I would have preferred if the Irfan Ali government met to pass the law to kill niggas when they kill people. Pass the law. You don't have to worry about the PNC. They need people to fight for them. They need people to harass people on the streets. So therefore, they are now going to support that. You see, the Sheriff Duncan and the others were protesting against the smart city. Oh, we don't have a problem with surveillance. We don't have a problem with surveillance. Security is good. But what do they do with the data? Your information. Do you have privacy? That is the fucking level of stupidity with these low-life niggas. They are worried about data. The smart city, the smart cameras, profiling is to protect their constituents. It's not the Indians alone are being murdered by the niggas. They're good black people, decent black people are afraid to go to the city, afraid to wear a watch. So PNC supporters are also victims of this shit. And all they are worried about is data. Fucking data. No wonder they're dwindling. No wonder they're dwindling. So I say, that's a good initiative. Put cameras everywhere. Offer people who don't know camera exists free camera. The time when you were giving free books out, give away free cameras. Instead of cash grant, say, hey, every home should have a security system. Every home. That should be by law. By law. Every home should have security system installed. Every home. We don't want to see what you do inside, but we want to see your front and your back for your security, for your sake. We want to monitor that. Every home. You think if the security systems were there, you think a 7-year-old boy, fuck man, you think a 7-year-old child who only wants to help his sick grandmother, to feed her, wash her, that's his crime. That's the 7-year-old boy's crime. Just to help his grandmother so that she can, she won't starve to death or smell. A 7-year-old volunteered to take care of his grandmother. Murdered. Had his throat slashed by criminals who saw that building and think that building had gold, money saved somewhere, that deserved to be broken and entered. They thought by looking at that building, treasure is there. And since they know an old woman who can't scream or shout if she sees the robbers is alone in the house, it's a good opportunity for them to go in there and steal whatever they can find. A little boy was there taking care of his grandmother. And they thought it best that that's the price. That's what they need to steal. A life. They thought that they would go to steal a life. That's their value. I don't know what they're going to do with the soul that they just stole. They want to join a gang, and the gang tell them, well, you got to earn your pip. You got to earn your points. And to get in this gang on the west coast of Demerara, Essequibo, you need to find a home, find a little boy, and murder him. Take a picture, come back and show us. Then you can join the gang. Maybe that was the purpose behind these demons going in and killing that boy. And well, let's hope that the grandmother survived the attack. A knife in the grandmother. Let's Banana Republic. Just like how the fact that on many occasions they burn women in their faces with acid, they beat up on the Chinese and rob the Chinese, rob the Indians with guns, shoot and kill people. They chop this man, 3 of them, to death. Now today, you have the case with a 7-year-old child murdered, slashing the throat, and wanting to do the grandmother. The reason why those things happen, and those thugs who are on Facebook, they like to post stuff and brag and boast. The reason why, because nobody kills them. Nobody kills them. Okay? They know they're just going to go to prison if they're caught. The one that killed his girlfriend and buried her and escaped to Suriname, I told them, the Suriname police, they work in conjunction with the Guyanese force. So they have all the pictures, all the fingerprint, everything they have in Suriname. You cross the border, they find you. Suriname has a smart system. There are cameras everywhere. Everywhere. Guyana is far behind when it comes to security system, but Suriname is everywhere. You piss and they can find you. Well, they found the one that murdered his girlfriend, ex or whatever, and posted his ass back. He confessed. But guess what? He also is not going to get the death penalty. He wouldn't get the death penalty. So you have all those cases. And the 7-year-old, the fact that these people can do that, beat people up, commit murder, rape, is because they know the punishment is light. It's very light. All they do, they'll go into prison. And the fact that they murder people, the other prisoners would be afraid of them because, hey, this is a killer. This guy is a killer. He killed whoever. So the prisoners would be afraid to deal with them because they go in there. It's not a white collar crime. It's a black collar crime. So they can be now gangsters in the prison. But if they knew that what Desmond Hoyt had done, bringing back the death penalty, if they knew that for these crimes exist the death penalty for capital punishment, people must know it's death. It means the state will hang you or give you the injection or the firing squad, whatever means. Your end is death. If they know that, and there is the laws on the books, and the police get the authority to enforce the law, you think they'll go around seeing an option to kill somebody as okay? No, they wouldn't. Examine the countries where they have the death penalty. Look at the murder rate in those countries. Look at it. Go Google it. Look. Do you see those things happening? No, they don't. They don't. And the Banana Republic, Guyana, with all the oil money, all the wealth, the majority in the parliament, and they can't pass the law because the PNC is going to say, as they usually do, this is going to target black people. Innocent black men would face the death penalty because, after all, black people by nature are innocent. And an Indian government wants to eliminate ethnic cleansing, reduce the black population. And the best way to do that is to accuse them of a crime, convict them, and then kill them. That will be the defense of the PNC. And since President Irfan Ali, the good president, don't want trouble with anybody, can't we all just get along? He will say, give them 32 years. Let's give them to avoid confrontation. So maybe you need another black president. Maybe you need another black president to bring back the death penalty. And since you can't trust the others, because they have shown that they encourage crime, the 6 o'clock guy, Norton, the alcoholic, the 6 a.m. alcoholic, you know very well, if he was even close to that, he wouldn't, no, I need them thugs. Well, you're killing my niggas. I guess it leaves me. Maybe I need to run for president so I can get such a law passed and make sure it is structured in such a way that it is never or could never be repealed or undone. Do your thing that you usually do. Referendum. See how much Guyanese are going to vote for that to come. Don't just depend on a parliament of 64 people. You have a country of almost 1 million. Ask the average Guyanese, what do they think? They will say, yes, oh my gosh, finally, kill them. That's your parliament there for you, the Guyanese people. But no, nobody's talking about that. Because one don't want to offend the other one. Then you have protest. Then you have this. And, oh, let's just leave this thing. America has it almost every state. European countries and Africa that they love so much. Oh, the blacks, David Hines, Norton, and all these niggas. Africa, motherland, mother Africa, almost every African country, almost every one of them, they have the death penalty. You kill, they'll kill you. Google it. But Guyana is afraid to have such a law because it's not good for politics. But the citizens are continually restricted to fighting for their rights because they're afraid that some nigger will kill them and that person would not face the death penalty. They go to prison and your cash grant money will have to go and take care of them until they get out. So what I've been saying, the Guyana police force should be given the authority to assume the risks. If you are pursuing a suspect who is wanted for murder, and you have all the evidence that a person has committed that crime, you have the smart city data, everything is there, then you have to protect yourself. You're going after the criminal, you got to assume that he has a weapon. And if you assume he has a weapon, you have the right as a police to shoot him in the head. He has a weapon. He's a criminal. He killed somebody. So he would have killed the police too. So the police killed him first. I'm your shadow home affairs minister. I'm telling you to do that. Those people, not people, those animals who killed, who murdered that 7-year-old boy and attacked his grandmother because they couldn't find rice to steal, find them and kill them. I'm telling the police this. Okay? I'm not telling guy needs to go hunt them down. I'm saying the police on the west coast of Demerara, whatever area, if it's whatever station that covers that jurisdiction, send out your squad, use your smart city cameras. I'm sure that area has security cameras. There are people who have cameras in their homes and so on. And you may know one, you would find them, Kill them. Okay? Don't bring them to the courts and they get bail. Then PNC might come out, Ajrin, and say, oh, well, this is mistaken identity. You shot an innocent kid. Oh, he wasn't, they were looking for somebody else. All of that stuff can happen. If you have all the information that the person that you're pursuing is the person that you are seeing, because that is the person in fact. They're committing suicide by robbing somebody else and killing people in the process. So that's suicide for them. So if they're asking to be killed, just do it. Help them out. Don't waste your time chasing them and running after them. Help them out. That's what I want. You know, like a lot of people now we find in Guyana, they buy a car today. They're not used to all those fancy roads, broad, well-built infrastructure, beautiful. They're not used to that. They buy their cars today and they give some idiot who doesn't have a driver's license to drive the car to impress his friends or some girl. And he's thinking at the same time, he wants to do a suicide trial. See what it's like to have a near-death experience. Well, most of the time, they don't live to regret it. They break the traffic laws, they speed, they drive under the influence of alcohol, and their result is death. The end result is death. And as we say, when you don't listen to mommy, the universe tells you why you should listen to mommy. And speaking of listening to mommy, Ajruddin, you seem to know a lot about Ali and Jagdeo. How many children does President Irfan Ali has that you know about? You see, I know he has two, and they're boys. What, 5 years? How old is the boy? 6 years, because it was before Ali became president. He had a son after. So they would be not older than 6 years old. Two boys. We all know what they look like. They're still going to kindergarten. I'm not aware that Ali has daughters, at least not slutty ones. I'm also not aware that the Minister of Education, Sonia Parag, has children. I'm not into the woman's business. If she has, good for her, but I don't think her kids, children, daughters goes to whatever schools you're seeing, and they don't have black children. So when you have scuffles in schools where you have these girls, these women in uniform, in their periods, fighting over stupid stuff like some girl likes another one boyfriend, or someone calls someone a bitch or some shit like that, and they're fighting in a classroom, knowing it's entertaining to other boys to see who is the toughest girl, and is going to tell the other girls in the class, don't mess with me because I'll beat you up, while at the same time they're getting attention with cameras, phones filming, put on social media. Ajruddin Mohammed, you must understand. You're too stupid to understand, so I'm going to help you out here. If you had went to school, if you had gone to school and actually sat through a session from 7 to 2, 3, and interacted with students, you would know how dumb a lot of them are, how irresponsible, especially at community schools. Community schools and secondary schools at certain neighborhoods, certain districts, a bunch of low-life people's kids goes to those schools. Low-life. Stupid. Low IQ. Very slow in school. In the C form C form. Not A grade students, C form. All they do is not pay attention when the teacher is teaching. They can't read. They don't do their homework. They do terrible at the tests. But they know everybody's business. They're on social media while in class, looking at Pornhub, fucking in the school toilet, jerking each other off while the teacher is in front of the school. That's what they do in the C class. Ajruddin. Across the country, those level schools and classrooms, you have delinquents. And delinquents, that is what they do forever. Since schools exist, community high schools, public schools, this is what they do. They fight with each other. They rape each other. They abuse each other because they like it. The girls reach the age 12 or whatever age they start getting their period. They're horny. They want to fuck. So in the schools, they pick on other girls that are weaker just to get some boys' attention so they can go into the toilet and they can fuck. The next thing you know, they're pregnant. It happens. In PNC time, in Hoyt's time, Bornham time, when they thought twice before they do the shit is because it's a time when they knew that if they're caught, the teachers, the headmaster had the permission to beat them in front of the whole school. And when they get home, the parents would compliment what the teacher did, correcting them. Well, that's a thing of the past. That's old fashioned. Old fashioned. You live in a Christian era and you can't beat your children. It's abuse, child abuse. So the ministry that deals with Ministry of Social Services, Vidya Prasad, Child Protection Agency, they don't want you to beat your kids. They'll take you to court, and there is law to jail parents if they beat their kids. Because society don't want that. Society wants delinquent children, whores and prostitutes, teenage mothers, homosexual boys. Society wants that because it is good to keep the population stupid. And as long as the population is stupid and lazy, it's better for governments to control them. You don't want smart, well-bred population. They challenge the government. Keep them dumb and in a state of victimhood. So imagine that the opposition leader is getting horny, watching these delinquent sluts fight each other and lifting their skirts. He gets off on that. His little midget dick gets off on that. And he posts that on his wall and share it, and he's like, Minister Parag, President Irfan Ali, all the money you budget for education, look what's happening. Yeah, fuck you, Adrian. You like that kind of shit, right? Parliament, you see, when you have stupid laws, these things happen. You have an opposition leader who's promoting these things because it's good for his platform. He has things to talk about with the government. He solved the India issue with the Indians. He got his mileage from the dead couple. Now there's nothing else to complain about. The floods, you realize the Guyanese aren't buying into the whole flood thing because floods were happening in Guyana since before independence. You build a city by the river, that's what you get. Floods. They have nothing more to pick on with the garbage because so many trucks are around. What else do we get? Oh, tell people to let these girls fight. Send the video. But how come? While he's focusing on abuse, girls fighting in school, how come he didn't pay attention to the school? You know, I don't like calling these grown-ass women girls. Because by definition, a girl is not a female that experiences her menses. Girls don't have menstruation. By definition, girls don't have boobs, they don't have pussy hair, they don't menstruate. They don't. If you're having your menstruation, you're not a girl, you are a fucking woman. Because if you fuck, you'll get pregnant. And that's the definition of being a woman. You have a womb, you bear a child. So I won't call them girls. I said these women. You see one of them in uniform, school uniform, beating her mother in a minibus. It didn't stop there. The minibus drivers, cowards, who didn't intervene, no, go out, take your stuff out on the road. And they stood up and they filmed a woman beating her mother. Yeah, it's beating. If you're going to hit back, that's beating. Only because the mother is strict. Say, no, look at the time, you're supposed to be home. You're going to go fuck and get pregnant and bring the pregnancy to me. And I'm already struggling to raise you without your father. And you're going to bring a baby? School, home. Any responsible parent, that's what they do. They look for you, they see you on the road, they say, they come and they get you. Let's go home. You get your trash in, you take your trash in, you shut the fuck up, and you don't do it again. But this little bitch think it's good, makes her look good. to fight with her mother in public. Then I heard her say she'll call her father. To do what? Beat the mother? So, opposition leader, whose fault is that? Whose fault is that? The education system? Telling kids to beat their mothers? To fight with their mothers? That's their fault? They go on the road, they kicking and beating each other up on the road. Whose fault is that? Ali? The education system? I'll say again. Did President Irfan Ali or Vice President Jaglio had sex with Sonia Parag and produce all of these delinquent, low-life men and women in school uniform? They're the parents for these thugs. No, they didn't, right? So why when these kids, let me use the word kids, do what they do every day? Why should the government do something about it? Okay. Then there's the parliament. The only way you can do something about it is by passing laws. Sonia Parag should make recommendations that is laws associated with education and school conduct. Pass it in the parliament. One, if you are going to conduct yourself a certain way in school, you're suspended. If it happened twice, you're banned permanently from any education facility. And your parents don't get any vouchers for you anymore. That's a good law. If you're caught injuring another child, you're tried in the courts as a criminal. Fine, they have the juvenile stuff. Okay, whatever. You're tried as a juvenile, you face jail time. That's good laws. They're there, just enforce them. You will see how fast you are going to bring out the best in these sluts. They'll become ladies. Then words don't hurt. Oh, they would ignore everything that's set up. Oh my God, I'm not bothered with that. Why? Because what is hanging over their head is jail time, suspension, and being blacklisted. Civilized countries have these laws. So when the parents know these laws exist, they tell their children, listen, you stupid dunderhead. If you are going to be disrespectful to your teachers, you're going to break the law, the conduct, you're going to do these things in the classroom. Let me paint a picture as to what will happen to you. One, you'll be arrested. Charge, jail time. That goes on your record permanently. Then you wouldn't get a job. You can't get into university. You would not have access to no level of education. And even if you go abroad, your name is in the system. So they will do a background check from whatever country and they will see that you are a criminal. You will be surprised at how fast the entire school system would be reformed. No more violence, no more crime in school. Everybody just go do their thing, go back home. But now, it shall continue. And you would give Azruddin more content until he's on his way out, which will be soon, by the end of June. We just started, it's the 6th day. It's all about the law. You want to fix society, fix the laws. We admire Russia, we admire China. Do you think they have these things in their schools? They don't. You think they have these things in their society? They don't. Why? Laws. Common sense laws. When people break the law in China and Russia, and even America, they know the consequences when they're caught. So they don't risk it. They don't risk it. What's wrong with Guyana? Aren't you tired of being labeled as a banana republic? With all the oil money? Fuck the PNC, man. Use the weapon you have. The majority of seats in the parliament. Plus, you are a wealthy nation. You have money and power. Bring laws, and I want to close with this, which I mean. If they kill, kill them. If they kill, kill them. If they rob using a gun or a knife, life in prison. And no person with a criminal record or accused of a crime should be allowed to enter politics. No person. You need a clean parliament with decent people, decent professional people. That's what you need. And what can protect that are laws. Look around the world. Almost every decent country, these are laws that are on the books. What is wrong with Guyana? Let's get to some of your comments. Okay, Veronica Alfonso says, blessings, Dr. Prasad, and everyone else watching. Paul Gangaram says, good afternoon. Bagmati Singh, is it? Good afternoon, Dr. Prasad, watching from New York. Continue the good work and educate the Guyanese people. Well, a lot of them like their ignorance. They don't want education. They're sending me death threats every day. Every day I get death threats. Every day. You think if they had the laws against wanting to do that to somebody, kill somebody, you think they will come on the air and think they can threaten the life of the vice president or the president? You think they'll do that? But they can come and threaten on social media, threaten Ali's life and Jagdir's life, my life, people who are not even connected to them, have nothing to do with them. Because they know they can do it and they have no consequences to face. But if you had laws, which there are laws, if you threaten someone and they make a report to the station, that's a criminal offense. But nobody does that anymore. Nobody reports anybody for threatening their life. What do they call it? A cyber crime. Same thing, they call it a cyber crime. We have to go back to that time. When someone threatens your life, for whatever reason, you don't do it, but if someone does it and you can get them on record telling you they want to kill you, take it to the station, make a report. If they do it more than 3 times, report it every time. So when they actually confront you, you can do it first. You can kill them before they get to you. Why? You've already made several reports to the station and the police did nothing about it. So you anticipate that the person is coming now to kill you. So you take, preventative measures. You kill them first. Start doing that. They threaten you, make a report. Don't worry with the ERC. They're a dead body. Go physically to the station and make a report. Lodge a report. Get a person's name. Even if it's a fake account, still make a report. Guyana has the system to find out who is behind fake accounts. They can do it. They have the technology now, they can do that. All of them hiding behind fake accounts, thinking you can't track them. So go make a report. The police, they have the technology to find people behind fake accounts. Because your account is connected to a server with a number. And they can tell you which server, which company provided that internet, which number is connected to that. They get the information, they find who was using it, who was the last person using it, and they find the culprit. So let them continue making threats. Every threat they make a report, not on Facebook, at the station. And one other thing, That idiot who went on that other idiot's news platform and talk about he was abused by his 22-year-old girlfriend for how many years? He's still in the relationship, still fucking the pussy, and complaining about being abused. So he thought it best for his own safety, and because the police allegedly ain't doing anything about what he's faced, to record every instant, every time this woman allegedly is abusing him, knowing that he's filming it, knowing that he has made reports to the station that she's doing this to him. And she is so stupid, she decided to give him more evidence by saying, okay, film me beating you up. Then take it to the station and they can see that you were not lying. That yes, I'm beating you up. All of that was discussed. All of that was arranged. So she knowingly did all of that to him. And instead of the idiot take the evidence he has to the police station that he usually goes to, according to him, and say, hey man, what are you guys doing? I have, she's actually doing this to me. He thought it best to post it. So the police on Facebook, all them low life that is on his page, maybe he wants more, he wanted more sympathetic followers. You know, he's getting a lot of followers because people want to see him being abused. And every time he's picking trouble or picking a fight with her so she can abuse him, so he can film it and put it on his page so he gets followers. He decided to film this whole thing that we all saw with this woman coming and saying he called her and trying to make whatever thing to put on social media so that his followers can see. And then they can advise him what to do, how to deal with a 22-year-old bitch that is beating up his idiot ass. Instead, he is now charged with cybercrime, according to him. He's afraid to go to prison because how could she not be charged and he's charged? Well, you stupid dumb fuck. That idiot Travis Chase, that stupid wannabe journalist, maybe should have told you. You shouldn't have posted it. Even if somebody else did, they had to do it with your permission. If they posted it without your permission, they'll be in trouble because it's evidence. You should have submitted it to the police, then ask the police, can I post this after? Get clearance from them. Let them say, okay, you can do it. You have evidence, you provide it to the police. You don't try your case on social media and expect the law to sympathize with you. This is not something where somebody films some robbery being happening, whatever it is. No. You were directly involved in this. You're the victim, you filmed it, and you posted it. So yes, that is a cybercrime. Your girlfriend can sue you, as stupid as she is, as dumb as she is. She can sue you for the pain you may have caused her socially by exposing all the stuff you exposed. She can also claim she's not aware that you were doing that with the videos that you record. Yes, you are wrong. And you should be charged for that. Let the others see they need to be more responsible. You want to film everything? Then you'll face the extent of the law for being stupid. Let Azradine find a lawyer for you. He has money. Even though he took his cash grant and his salary of April and paid tickets for the Indians, he still have some there. He's 191 billion. So he has a lot of money. He can take a lawyer for you or get the PNC. You know, the 6 a.m. guy, the 6 o'clock guy, Aubrey Norton. Alcohol doesn't agree with you, Norton. You look like 100. I didn't even know you were just 70. I really thought you were like going close to 90. And I thought, oh, well, shit, a 90-year-old guy and he's still dancing. Alcohol It's not a good thing for you, Norton. I mean, come on, black people don't drink. They drink beer, they smoke marijuana, they smoke crack. They don't drink alcohol. Isn't rum an Indian thing? Rum and Coca-Cola? Rum till I die. What, you stole that too from the Indians? You stole the rum to Norton from the Indians? Come on, man. Indians don't drink beer. They don't smoke marijuana and cocaine and them nonsense. Rum, they drink rum. They drink rum and they piss and shit up themselves or fall in the road and their wives beat them up. That's it. You took that from them too. Norton, a nigga that drinks rum before 6 in the morning, you are an alcoholic. That is the diagnosis of someone who's an alcoholic. You consume alcohol too early. Step aside. And Manza Walter Desir will go back to the PNC and contest for the leadership. And then a woman at the top will control the niggas at the bottom. And you'll get back your black votes. Your 12 seats, you'll get it back from Azradin. Okay. Anyway. Have a good day. Thanks for your attention. Share this live. And just remember, please go and buy a book, Amazon.com. Any of the 7 volumes available now at Amazon.com. Go there, support the Durga Foundation, support the initiative, share this live, subscribe to the channel so that we can grow and we can continue to make an impact in changing Guyana. But if it is, not if it's necessary, I would like you to join me in calling on the Ali government to bring back capital punishment. Decent. They like when you say things nicely. So please type in the comment, capital punishment. So the government will know that Guyanese are serious about it. They want protection, real protection, and that criminals who kill people must be killed by the state. So capital punishment in the comments, and let the Ali government know that. They watch the show. They're huge fans. And they don't support me financially, but they watch. So at least let them know you want capital punishment to come back. Justice for that 7-year-old boy that was murdered. Catch the culprit, pursue the culprit, get some sniffer dogs, and sniff around the place, get whatever it is, the information, put the dogs so they can trace the track, catch them, and kill them. That's justice for the 7-year-old. The murderer must meet their debt. Goodbye now.